Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new video where we're going to be playing a game of Moonstone Senna. Now, hear me out. I know that the Kraken Slayer Rageblade or the tank setup for Senna is usually the most played champion, but if you look into this champion a little bit more, particularly in mid-game team fights, your healing is going to be an AoE heal, hitting people in a line, and they usually heals for around 300 to 400 on each target. And then your ultimate is going to be shielding for around the same 400 to 500, depending if you have the stacks from the moonstone and what's going on there. So it's going to be a hyper effective way to have a lot of burst negation, and they have a decent amount of burst, probably a full AD Shaco, a Kled, and a Yasuo. So we're really looking to sustain through some of those bursty things, and having our consistent damage dealers of Teemo, Ashe, and Yone really take over and carry us in team fights. Now, you still do an okay amount of damage. Obviously, you're not doing as much as the damage bills, but you're doing a okay amount. You're doing more damage than Soraka, basically, and you're providing a bit more sustain than Soraka as well. And we're going to bully this Leona a little bit at level 1 because she only has one part of her combo, so there isn't really much she can do. She can root you, but she doesn't have a stun follow-up, so you're going to be able to just constantly harass our ADC, getting our stacks up, getting our support item stacked up a bit. I think they're rushing level 2 right now because they're tired of me harassing that guy. And we throw out our W right here. That's fine. That's as simple as that. And we get the flash. Perfect. So that's how we really look to play against Leona in these fights. We look for consistently long trades where your heals really start taking a big effect in these trades, and we look to help out with a bit of damage, because no matter what, with your passive, picking up 80 souls and the extra percentage damage you get is going to make you a pretty strong support. You're not doing Nami damage. Oh, that Jinx was so lucky. He even stutter stepped that. He knew his movement was wrong. He corrected it at the last second. I probably could have flashed W'd him and it would have been fine. Okay, just need to be careful here not to get stunned with chompers behind me. That's when you really get in trouble. Also, with this build, you're able to proc Aerie 3 times on the Ish. Okay, and we're getting a heal. We're going to take a tower shot there. Nice. Perfectly executed dive, and we are going to really start snowballing here. Once you pretty much get your... Oh, this guy stepped out of the way of my my heal. The Shaco. We're vulnerable to Shaco right now. I don't know if he's bot side. Yeah, but we just really need to get out of town. That was just a really well played lane. Now they're going to struggle a bit because Leona lanes always want to go in. Since it is Leona lane and she's going to have Ignite coming up soon, and they saw the power of my shields, I'm probably going to get focused. So we're going to throw out, or we're going to start off with the Kindle Gem, just so the what do you call it? The Ignite is going to be a little bit less effective than us. We're effectively canceling out more than her entire Ignite is going to do with that entire purchase. And we're just going to be very annoying to deal with. We're still going to be doing a decent amount of damage with just the base damages of how much Senna does, and getting a couple of stacks. As you can see here, we're doing extra 13 damage on hit as well. So this is a very nice pick. I don't know why people aren't running it Moonstone when it is needed. Now, I wanted to showcase Senna in one of her tougher matchups, being Leona. Usually, if you're playing against a poke lane, this is the ultimate Xerath counter, because there's absolutely nothing Xerath can do. Gonna help him with CSing a bit here. Oop, took that one. Alright. Oh, he doesn't need it. He has a Noon Quiver. Oh, I could have autoed that, or queued that, and we would have been fine. Now, I want to be the one that gets rooted, so I'm going to constantly harass and be in their face, and you're just more likely to be targeted by the Leona. Shaco is going to be heading bot side. Rek'Sai is doing a pretty good job countering him, as Rek'Sai is a pretty good counter to Shaco, because with her Tremor Sense, she can spot out the stealth Shaco. And he can really easily match that early game Shaco. And it looks like the Shaco's going AP because they don't have any AP. So it's going to be a lot nicer. It's not as bursty as the AD variant. It's a lot more consistent damage coming out of his boxes. So we will be able to deal with his assassination attempts on our Ashe, essentially using our heal and our R when he looks to burst out our Shaco. Because a Shaco that cannot assassinate is very, very, very useless. Particularly one that's not really getting any early game kills with the Ignite setup. That was a really bad angle to look to harass that Jinx. They're just seeding a lot of CS right now because they know they're pretty far behind. And Leona doesn't provide any sustain, so any poke that we're going to push out on this Jinx is going to be very heavily... it's going to stick pretty well. Looks like this Yasuo is looking to roam, but we are... we're more than fine. He is struggling a bit in the mid lane, so... he's looking to just get any resources anywhere else, and that's usually one of the most dangerous mid laners. Okay, Yasuo is back in mid lane, and the Shaco is shown top side, so I can look to zone them off, even experience if I wanted to. So that's what we're gonna do. Zoning Jinx off of levels is really huge, and we're getting some nice free poke, monoflow band, and support item stacks here. So this is just being as oppressive as possible on the enemy team. Once we get hit level 6, we heavily negate Leona's engage. We're pretty much taking out all of Leona's damage with our shield, and we're able to do quite a bit of damage with it because our AP actually scales in the damage in a 50% ratio. So that is going to be a great little tool that we can use to do a bit of damage late game. We hit him for about 500 or 600. Gonna airy out. We're not really in any issue or any trouble here. Yep, gonna find. I'm not gonna put a control ward down because Shaco's top or bot side, so it's gonna be pretty hard to protect it, and I don't want to bait me and Ashe into protecting a control ward. Yep, just looking to get some stacks. We got our ultimate. Flashing out here, and we're good. I probably didn't need a flash. I probably could have baited them a bit with my Kindle Gem. Wow, that's actually a really nice amount of gold. And it looks like that was just the main amount of their threat on us. Maybe he's looking to pop over. We're just going to put a control ward here to discourage him. Yep. Now, the disadvantage of not going the Mirror Glass is you are going to struggle a little bit with mana regen. That's why I like going the monoflow band, just to give us a little bit more mana sustain. I'm just looking to stop that. That was a perfectly timed arrow. That probably wasn't worth. I should have eaten a bit earlier there for movement speed, but yeah, stopping him from farming for 8-7 seconds. He just does come back a little bit there. I didn't have a shutdown, I don't think. No, I didn't have a shutdown. So essentially taking him out for a nice little... taking him out after the flash is not a bad spot. Now this, yeah, AP Shaco does not have any early threat. He has very, very limited damage. It pretty much comes down to base damages and his Ignite. He only has Mana Crystal at his boot. So this game is looking like a pretty good early game for us. Now, they do have an okay team fight, and they have a knock-up coming out of the Kled for the Yasuo, but I feel pretty comfortable that we're going to do pretty well in this game, and we're going to really start taking over this lane, and we might be able to start 2v3ing when I have Ignite up, and I can look to just do a absolute metric crap ton of healing now that I have Moonstone Renewer. Getting some more stacks. Now, it's kind of sad that your stacks don't turn AP if you're going to AP. That would be really, really crazy to just have like an extra like 100 or 200 AP when you're going this build, but it's fine. We do have AD scalings, and it's always going to be useful for us. Looking to get our souls as well as some poke with the trick shots. Yeah, we should be completely fine in any 2v2 situation, and that's really what hurts Leona. If Leona isn't able to bully, she usually looks for that's lame. So they're getting a lot of help here. This is 4 to the bot side. We should be able to get a lot of stuff done. Yeah, that was a really nice play. So even though we gave up 2 kills down in the bot lane because we were a bit overconfident, because we're a little bit stronger than them right now, we are perfectly fine taking all of that pressure. It is okay. This Jinx is going to need a hell of a lot more than that. I probably shouldn't even have ulted there, because she was like dead to rights. She needed to use her ultimate on the Kled, was probably doing the most damage there, and then maybe heal to get out of some sticky situations, kind of outrun them a little bit, utilize the root that I applied. Just gonna look to heal up this Yon a bit. Yep, look, he doesn't take any damage from the tower because of our Aerie getting procced on him. And we're just gonna start sitting mid here because whenever a tower comes down, people tend to really start roaming a lot. See if he gets baited a bit here. I don't have my ultimate to throw down here. That would be nice. I'm gonna look to help him. Alright, I think I had to use the Q there just to CS. Alright, Yasuo might look to go on us, but the nice thing about Moonstone Renewer is you are completely fine to, with your little bit of HP that you get, you're not really too vulnerable to getting one-shotted, and at least at this part of the game. Kind of stopped him CSing with that one W before that W I just threw out. And I'm just looking to sit mid here. I don't want Yasuo to get any free plates that he does not deserve. Just trying to be as annoying as possible and threaten him. Maybe play a little bit aggressive. He thinks the jungler's coming. He misses that. Not going to give him the R knockup. That's as simple as it is. Just baiting people in with this build because they think you're extremely weak. They don't really understand what you're doing, so they think it's a really bad off-meta pick. So you're able to bait a lot of people into bad situations. They don't think you're going to heal that much. Whatever, just going to throw a control word here. These side alleys are so important. Right. Shaco might pop over. Yeah. Damn. Alright, we're just going to be sitting mid so I can look to roam with my E, increase movement speed to any side. Once I get a little bit more shield and heal power, I'm going to be able to prevent a few more than I am right now. A bit more damage. Usually you're only able to prevent maybe 1.5 person's damage with only Moonstone, but once you start going and digging into the shielding and healing power on top of your Moonstone, it starts getting pretty disgusting on what it enables a particular teammate to do. Whenever you are playing this Senna build, it really is helpful when you are playing with hyper carries. I think this is pretty obvious. Whenever you're playing an Enchanter, you kind of want hyper carries on your team. It's a shame that I didn't get the Jinx on my team, but Ashe can work just as well. Okay. Just gonna look to heal up this Yon a bit. There we go. It's healing for 172 without any extra shielding or healing power. Just the runes right here that we're doing the revitalize. We can see Kled, and I think Kled and Yasuo are pretty much the biggest threats on their team, which is kind of sad for them, so. Alright. So we're just getting hard focused down the lane. And we get out, which is that was a really nice heal coming out of the Ashe. I didn't have Kled's Q2 healing reduction, so it's just in a great spot. It's a shame you can't apply area to yourself when you're doing this build. But it is what it is, you know? Right, gonna keep the Rek'Sai really nice and healthy. Now, if you ever feed a little bit in lane, you are gonna get a bit of people are just gonna be like, oh god, what is this Senna build? Why does anyone ever build this Senna build? Why didn't you do Rage Blade build? Maybe you'd have a shot if you had actually won damage. However, you are going to win a lot of people over to this build when you have a halfway decent performance on it, because people really like sustain champions on their team. I don't have enough mana, and I have a lot of gold. Just gonna deny vision here, so even if he gets a knock-up, he won't be able to see it. If you do not know, Yasuo cannot use his ultimate on champions he does not see. Have a really nice back here. Since we have a lot of auto-attacking champions, even Teemo is going to be benefiting from Ardent. We're going to be going that. I'm going to go here and here. So we're healing for about 176, and we have a current 15% bonus on that, so it's going to be a nice bit of prevention. And whenever you proc your Curse of the Black Mist, when you are playing Senna in this Enchanter, you are able to proc your Aerie 3 times, which is going to help with a crap ton of burst prevention. Shields are always super, super nice. And then Revital is obviously increasing shield power on low percentage HP targets. Gonna look to kind of group up here with this trade. See if hit him with the W. I don't know if that's gonna be enough for anything. Just gonna put the shield. Oh, I guess if any part of the shield makes connection with that wall, with the wind wall, it stops. I thought I didn't. Gonna just hit that thing. Might as well get the free gold that's provided by that clone. Okay. Right, just keeping our team nice and healthy. Using our E to give a little bit of healing. Throw out a max range W. And those, you get a lot better at that as you play more Senna. Your W's just become really, really just second nature. Yeah, they can't really do much here. We just have so much burst prevention. As you can see here, Yon gets pretty much his entire health back after taking a tower shot and a little bit of damage from their Leona. So if you ever need a champion to untilt and just like maybe some of your higher skill cap champions you're struggling a bit with, okay, we're definitely getting out here. Kled might have ult. Oop. Stop Jinx. That's probably not the... Nice. Barely got out of that. Ooh, I almost got my second heal off on that guy. Once I have a little bit more of CDR. Yeah, I'm going to debate him under the tower bit. I didn't have my ultimate yet. Teemo got a lot of stuff done there, though. And we're still in a good spot. Now, if you feel like you don't really want to buff up any teams and you feel like just healing them is going to be the best part, Redemption works extremely well because there's a lot of really telegraphed damage in League of Legends. Like, for example, a Yasuo has an extremely telegraphed amount of damage. This is gonna... I don't think my ultimate will help him. Yeah, I don't know if my ultimate's gonna help. Yeah, it wouldn't have helped him. He would have just gotten chased down by that Kled over and over. Right. I think they're looking to start an early Baron. Another great thing about playing Senna is your team literally takes no damage from Baron. You're able to shield and heal off so much of the damage done by Baron. And you can even proc your Aerie on the targets that are struggling. And then when you have Ardent, you're just adding so much damage. You can see here, it's literally a 0 impact Baron on our health pools, so we could turn at any point and it wouldn't really be any kind of a concern. Looks like this Yon is going to be aggressive. Definitely want to get out here. Looking to throw out my W. Oh, Jesus, that freaking hit. Oh, my God. Oh, I had to waste my flash on that. Can't believe that hit me. Alright, that's fine. Let's sustain up a little bit. They had to use a lot for that. Nice. The shroom stopped them from doing anything there. Need to be careful here. Right. So I'm not going to go staff here. I just want to go straight shield and heals power because you take full advantage and double dip with both, having both of them. Poor Teemo. Oh wow, he's going to win. That demonic embrace is a really, really strong item. Right, accidentally clicked that. Do they have anything? I don't think it's really worth going the Mikhail's. Yon is just outplaying that guy to an insane degree. It's the better of the brothers. All right, we're in a nice space. Now, look at, I'm a full AP build, and this is doing 554 damage, which is absolutely huge. It's getting better with my stacks and with the more AP I buy. And then the shield is getting amplified to a very, very strong degree as well. Wow, this pink is still standing that I put away a while ago. Put down a while ago. Alright, so we're just looking to end the game with the Baron here. Maybe push down, siege a little bit. And the great thing with sieging and the Senna build is you're able to sustain through the little bit of poke that you might incur while sieging. And you have the burst prevention for the all-ins with your ultimates. And again, your E actually provides so much to your team. It doesn't really feel like it when you're proccing the E, but denying vision is kind of like a really strong, like hidden kind of thing. It doesn't like feel amazing to deny vision a lot of the time. I don't know why we aren't pressing this. We hard win this. This Teemo's just spam laughing. So gonna hit the W on the Leona if anyone wanted to get some. So we're just getting some. And whenever you're playing this, you do want to auto attack as much as possible. First, because you're doing a lot of damage, and second, it just brings up your heals quicker. Okay. Maybe looking to throw. Whoop. Just looking to get a bit of burst prevention there. I might get caught with this. Yeah, I got caught with that. That was a really dumb. That was. I knew I was walking the wrong way. That was such dumb pathing by me. He had his hurricane app. Oh god, that was such a terrible throw by my fault. It's just because I think it's because it's a little late. I'm a bit tired. Played about a lot of League today. God, they like never go in on us unless they get a pick on me. Usually people don't view you like this. They don't view you as like a Soraka. But that's essentially what you are, is just a little bit more damage and a Soraka. A little bit more healing and a little bit more shields than Soraka, I think. Maybe, I mean, I out-heal a lot when I play against Soraka. I usually out-heal them, but like just through the kit, Soraka is definitely going to be, have more healing in her kit. That broke so much of our tempo. That's stupid pathing by me. That's fine. We'll definitely be able to recover. Teemo scales really well. Yon scales really well. Ashe is starting to get into her third item, which is just really, really strong. We can always just play out the game a little bit more. Their AP threats are very minimal, and any kind of armor is going to be hyper effective. I'm not going to run any armor though, just because I just want to focus on healing up my allies. Heal and shield power is the best. And a redemption is probably going to be a lot more defensiveness for my team overall than me just getting some greedy stats. Looks like they're looking to test our Teemo. Split push, got him. Can I get those souls? No, I needed to do a trick shot. Needed to do a trick shot with the ward. Looks like we're gonna have a fight here, which is nice. All I need to do is just be hiding in the bushes. I cannot be the one that Leona ults. Okay, looks like they're starting it. And they completely whiffed that. That's kind of funny. Right. Just looking to heal up as much as possible. Nice. And we can go grab Baron real quick because we don't take any damage when I'm playing this and that bit. Should be able to get it. I don't know. It depends on how much damage our Ashe is going to be doing to this Baron. I'm going to be able to buff him up a bit with Ardents, but we need to be very, very careful because this Shaco can kind of come in and just really steal this Baron and break even more of our tempo that we have for our early lead. Oh god, he's there. He broke it. Oh god. Someone broke that Rek'Sai tunnel. I wonder who broke that Rek'Sai tunnel and didn't even... I guess the Shaco didn't have vision to look to steal, but someone broke that Rek'Sai tunnel. I don't know if they... Pretty sure they don't evaporate by themselves. Alright, we're going to probably end with Chemtech Purifier to just stop a lot of the healing. Or Putrefier. And we have 35% increased shielding and heals. Ult's doing 600, 300, 200. So we're getting a decent amount of damage. We're doing more damage than any Enchanter is really going to be doing at this stage of the game. Just with how we infinitely scale, which is very, very nice. And then your ult shield infinitely scales as well. So you're just getting a lot stronger as the game goes on. It's not one of those really feel bad enchanters where you just kind of like Nami, where you're just strong, really strong early and mid, but then just start getting one shot over and over again. Just hope we look to... So we're healing 336 without Moonstone procced. And just look to prevent as much as possible here. Okay. And we're going to heal them back up. So we just have an insane amount of burst prevention. Ooh. And we can look to really start pressing them quite heavily. And we're going to be healing. And they're essentially at full HP after a long fight. And both of these guys were focused. So it's just a very nice, kind of easy type of build. Scales very well. Works very well in the current meta of having a lot of hyper carries. I think we need to back off here. Yeah, I can't help him there. There's nothing doing. Even if I throw another heal out on him, it's not really going to do anything. I don't know why he overstayed, but... I mean, this is like a mid-plat game, so you can have a lot of people that aren't going to really be playing the smartest. At least we got an inhib for that one. Get a little bit more heal and shielding. And you absolutely never run out of mana. With how much mana regen you have. 18 mana regen, which is pretty insane. Yes, we have 90 mana regen per 5. So again... all we have to do is really just not be the one to get engaged on. I know I'm front lining right here, but I feel pretty confident that I'm not going to get hit by any of this stuff. They're not really any of the best. Need to wait for this. Ugh. The Yon just overdove to a very, very insane degree. Damn. So that's fine. What did we get? Ugh. Yeah. That's kind of a shitty death by me, but essentially we traded for Yasuo, which is very nice. And, oh shoot, we were going to get Chemtech Putrefier. Damn, do I need to sell this? Or do I just max out? I might just go Mikhail's. Do we have healing reduction? We have one healing reduction item. Man. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hold on to the Forbidden Idol until I can build the Chemtech Putrefier. I think that's the way to go. There's a couple different options you can do with your boots. If you don't like summon or spell haste, you can go the boots of swiftness, or you can go with some defensive boots if you just find yourself getting focused down by an assassin, which will happen a lot in games if you're playing against things like Zed and Talon. All right. Hit them both with the heals. So that heal was for about 400, which is super, super strong. Nice. We're critting for about 200 on our auto attacks. I mean, what other enchanter can say they crit for 200? There's a 350 shield without any procs. There we go. Now the Shaco stole the dragon, but I still think that this Ashe is just having a field day. She is not getting focused whatsoever into how much an Ashe should really be focused by the enemy team comp. So, right. I do not want to be greedy with my pathing again and get caught. Pick up some more souls. Oh god. Just give them some shields. We're going some more heals here. Gonna get that. We did get Windwalled, and I can't really go in. Get our healing is just absolutely huge. So I got flashed on. We're fine with that. Getting our heals up. We hit our root on the Jinx, and that's pretty much game. Because we do not take any damage from anything here. Yep. Probably won't be able to get it back here. Ah, yeah, we get it back here. Perfect. Nice. Now we just push down the last lane. We got Mikhail's in case we get caught with Leona stun, or if the Leona stun goes on anyone. And this is pretty much good game. The big things that stand out when you play Senna are the really strong heals, really strong shields, decent damage for an enchanter, your CC that you provide with your W, and your ability to really make some awkward situations for the enemy. Now, Yasuo is a really tough pick because he can all-in Senna very, very easily, and then he can block your Dawning Shadow. As you can see here, almost 800 damage coming out of your ultimate as an enchanter. What other enchanter gets a 800 damage ultimate? I mean, maybe if you go like a weird like Rabadon's after 2 support items Karma, you're doing like 500 or 600, but there's no way in the world you're ever doing 800 damage. And on top of doing that much damage, there's a shield too. We're just gonna make it as confusing as possible for the enemy team. We're hitting a root on a couple of people. Just looking to counter whatever engage they're looking to do. Gonna be just my fingers hovering over my Mikhail's right now, because that's probably what they're going to look to do is a Leona ult into their big follow-up coming out of their Qued. So we crit a minion for 342 there. So our stacks are just getting out of control right now. I think my team's starting to adjust and understand that that I can heal them and stop them from a lot. There's the wind wall, which is actually pretty big. And we're just going to put the Mikhails down. And my entire team is fine. I didn't even need to... I put the Redemption down. I didn't even need the Mikhails. And then we're giving some shields and heals. I'm just going to heal myself greedily there. We hit the root on the Shaco, which is huge. That heal went off for 600. We're going to hit the root on the Jinx there. And we are just doing an infinite amount more than what the Leona is able to do. We're hitting another 600 heal on that Yone. And just consistently enabling our carries to do very disgusting things. There was a 700 heal. And I mean, it just gets to the point where it becomes ridiculous and what you're able to do with this pick. I heavily encourage you guys to try it out. And if you enjoyed this pick, hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think. All right. Have a good one.